Alright, let's look at an example from the lecture today. Alright, find the equation of two lines through 2 comma negative 3 that are also tangent to y equals x squared plus x. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so we have we need two pieces of information as usual. So we need to know a point and let's call it x1 comma y1, and this is given. So both lines go through 2 comma negative 3. So we have that. So we need to find the slopes. Right, so slope, let's say m1 and also m2, because there are two of them. Right, so here's the situation. So we have a parabola. Probably looks kind of like this, and unfortunately 2 comma negative 3 is an external point. So this is 2 comma negative 3. Alright, so the tangent line is actually looking kind of like this. Right, and also here's another one. It's kind of hard to draw, and there's another one kind of looking like that. So let's say that's going to be tangent line number 1, and this is going to be tangent line number 2. Right, then so here's the point of contacts, points of contact. All right. So what we want to do is, since we don't know the points of contact, I'm going to give a name. So say I'm going to call this guy, since we don't know the x coordinate, we don't know the y coordinate either, but we at least know that since it's on the curve, so it's got to be y coordinate is a squared plus a. Right? Then what we want to do is we're going to look at the slope in two different angles. So here, first one, let's use the slope formula. Actually, let's do the derivative first. Alright, so let's look at the derivative. Alright, derivative of this given function is y prime. So I'm going to just go ahead and here. Y prime is equal to 2x plus 1. So if you plug in x equals a, the slope is going to be, so slope m is going to be 2a plus 1, because we just have to plug in a for x, right? And another way to look at it would be a slope formula. So 2, if you use the slope formula, right, then you would have m equaling, right, so here we can think of this guy as x1 and y1, and these are the x2, y2, right? So by following the slope formula, we get say y2, which is x squared plus a squared plus a minus negative 3, so it's a plus 3, and x2 a minus x1 is 2. Right? Since we're talking about the same slope, these two expressions must be the same. Right, so we set them equal to each other. All right, so we set these guys equal to each other. All right, so I'm going to multiply both sides by a quantity a minus 2. Multiply by a minus 2. All right, so you're going to have, let's see, a minus 2 times this side is going to be, let's say, 2a squared plus a minus 4a minus 2, right, is equal to a squared plus a plus 3, and the denominator cancel out. Alright, then I'm going to subtract the right hand side from both sides, so I'm going to just subtract a squared and a and 3. Then you would end up with, let's see, so you have 2a squared and minus a squared. That's going to be a squared. Alright, then you have a and a negative 4a, so negative 3a, and then you have a negative a, so it's going to be negative 4a, and you have a negative 2, then minus 3, so it's negative 5, and is equal to 0, and I already took care of that. Alright, this one we can factor it out. So we will have a minus 5 and a plus 1 go to 0. So we found the a value to be either from here negative 1 or positive 5. Alright. So the slope that we're looking for is here. So we plug in a value into the derivative. So for m1, I'll plug in negative 1. So it's going to be 2 times negative 1 plus 1, which is going to be negative 2 plus 1, so it's negative 1. And if you plug in 5, you have 2 times 5 plus 1 is equal to, so it's a 10 plus 1, so it's going to be 11. Alright, so we have that. Alright, so we can find the equation from there. We can just use the point slope form. So therefore, right, tangent line number 1 is going to be, slope is next, so it's going to be y minus y1, which is negative 3, so it's plus 3, is equal to, slope is negative 1, and x minus x1, which is 2. Right? And the tangent line number 2 would be y minus negative 3 is equal to, the other one slope is 11, so 11 x minus 2. Right? So those are the equations of the two tangent lines passing through the point 2, negative 3, and the tangent to the given parabola y equals x squared plus x. Right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.